Yo guys, what is up? I think we are live. Welcome back to another stream or a video if you're watching this after the fact. So we're back in the realm of the waiters for Battlefield 6. Obviously today it is actually July. It's the first day of July, so the whole June soon boom meme doesn't look like it's going to come true for us. It looks like we're going to be getting a reveal most likely sometime in July. So to that end, we're back on Battlefield 2042. We're back in, well, purgatory or bliss again, depending on if you dislike or like the game. There is a new week here, though. So we got a new game mode, Breakthrough Chaos. This one says, break through the bedlam in Breakthrough Chaos, push or hold your objective with faster movement, redeploy, throw speed, vehicle call-ins, and it's 128 players. So that sounds kind of crazy. We're going to jump into that and give it a bit of a look. There are, of course, some new cosmetics this week. So there's an AM40 skin here. There is a 12M auto skin. And then we've got this Boris skin there with 80 ribbons. Yeah, what is up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome all. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, I don't know if you noticed the news. I did put out a video on this. So before we leap into a game here, let's cover it quickly. But it does seem like the chances are that we're going to be getting a Battlefield reveal at the end of July. Now, I do want to put out a disclaimer before I show you guys this, that this could be complete and total rubbish, so take it with a big grain of salt. It may not be true, but I tweeted this out earlier. This screenshot here, and this was also in yesterday's video, was leaked. This was actually leaked months ago, and this guy, I've now since found out from an anonymous source, let's say, that this dude here, TBOVig, he is a TikTok Battlefield creator. And he posted this in, I believe it was his Discord, obviously saying that he got invited to California to play Battlefield in July, which apparently is on the 29th of July. Now, I didn't realize this when I made Battlefield, the video yesterday, right? But if we take a look at this shot, there is actually an EA earnings call on the 29th of July. And what EA often like to do is they will drop a trailer or something right before the earnings call to sort of gauge public perception, and then they can talk to their investors and sort of get them hyped up about what the public are getting hyped up about. Again, though, it might not happen then. I think if we don't see something in July, it's likely going to be, I mean, it's got to be August. At this point, they've said it's going to be sometime during the summertime. You know, technically summer, I think, does go into September, but we've also got Gamescom coming around in August, so it could be then. But I'm just giving you guys like a heads up on what could be the next potential possible date. And really, I think for most of July, it's kind of going to be a quiet month. So we're going to be back to, you know, playing Battlefield 2042, probably talking about some more leaks from labs and stuff like that. But outside of that, it's going to be a quiet one. July 100% reveal. Well, you know, I would just never say never. We don't know how it's going to go. But I hope so. I hope so. I literally don't care about any of the hype or the leaks, beta and release date, thanks. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Mr. Daddy. Never thought I'd be saying that. I get that, man. I get that if you want to stay clear of, like, all leaks, you just want to wait until the game releases. That's totally understandable. And, you know, to be honest, I might find that I would be doing the same thing if I was in your position, like, if I wasn't, you know, creating content about the game. But you know what it's like. You gotta have something to discuss. So, this game mode, is this, like, faster time to kill? Nah, maybe not. I think it's the same here. It's actually been a very long time since I played any 128-player Battlefield 2042. Because what they did with... Eventually, they kind of went away from 128-player modes in this. For anybody who played the game when it first released, that you could always go for both, right? Both in Breakthrough and Conquest. And I think they sort of realized over time that 128 wasn't really the way. And then, of course, ultimately, that's what we've seen them do with... you know, the next game as well, right? 64 player only, by the looks of things. But it's going to need to take a chill pill when we realize BF6 is coming out in March. I think it could totally be March, to be fair. I don't think that's a wild sort of accusation to make there. Man, it's been ages since I've actually played Breakthrough on this one. Oh, there's a guy there. Didn't see him. You know, I think based on the leaks, it doesn't really look that ready for a release in October or November. But if that end of July reveal holds true, that won't really tell us too much, unfortunately. I'd say if it gets revealed in August, you can almost be sure it's not going to release on October or November. But if it gets revealed, you know, towards the end of July, it could really go either way. They could still do a release at the regular timing, but they could not. They could just, you know, wait until the end of the year. Okay, this building is just completely gone here. Like, it's basically just a wall at this point. Okay, crazy XM spam coming in there. What? Oh, snipers up on the hill. Why care? It's going to be 2042 all over again. Do you really think so? I don't know, man. Like, I always want to put out that disclaimer that I'm not going to hype things up too much. The proof is in the what is it? The making of the pudding. But from what I've seen of Battlefield Labs, it looks better than Battlefield 2042 looks now. I think it all, you know, plays better as well. Of course, there's like a lot of weird glitches and bugs and unfinished textures and all the rest of it. But for the most part, it shows good promise. And you got to remember, right, that that's like that's real gameplay we're seeing from real players, compared to what we saw with Battlefield 2042, which was first of all an animated, like a CGI trailer. And then we got scripted gameplay from DICE themselves. So they only showed us what they wanted to show us.
Target down.
This little magazine here is killing me. I'm using this new what is it called? The under-barrel magazine? Underslung magazine? Something like that? I always forget the name of it. But it has a lot fewer rounds in it, but also reloads faster, so it's kind of a trade-off. But it really does wonders for the accuracy of the AEK. Oh, damn. That snipe right in the face there. Am I gonna get a revive here?
Shit chat. In this shitty chat.
What the?
In this chat.
What is happening right now? Okay, I set up some new alert system for Twitch. Apparently, it is not. I don't know what the heck the way. I can't even see the stream. So, some memes are going off when they're not supposed to be going off. Thank you though for the follow, Ventix. Appreciate it. Oh, my squaddy's up there. Let's go get him.
Here, try not to move.
What? Oh no, what is happening now? I think I've set it up by accident to always put out a random meme or something when a follow happens. I'm gonna have to check that out after stream. Yeah, I'm messing around with a new piece of software. It's called, well, it's a new website really called Tangier. And it has a lot of potential. Hopefully I can replace some of the old channel point rewards that I used to have on Twitch with that. Well, they're having a tough time taking this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So hard to get over there. We're going to have to go left around here. We need to get on the other side of A2, I think. This is actually a crazy game. Snipers galore as well. I think that was one of the main problems with 128 players for me. There's just so many snipers. Because in turn, you've got so many players that they can aim for, that sniping just becomes too lucrative of an option. Ah, what? They're back here as well? What are we doing, guys? They flanked us all the way around there. You fear that we have a 2042 feel, i.e. weird mouse input in the next game? I definitely have. It's definitely the same game underneath, even if it's heavily updated. Yeah, I do know what you mean about that there.
No June boom.
Whoa, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that, dude. No June boom indeed. What can we rhyme with July, though? July die. That doesn't sound great.
Hostile located. 40 meters from my position.
Yes, it does seem like the first time I saw labs, I was like, this kind of reminds me of 2042. Like, there's something about the movement. And, like, they have said that there is a lot of placeholder stuff, right, that they're using in the game from 2042. I don't know how worrying it is for, like, the engine's sake, because the way that DICE used to approach their engine design was they would have Frostbite 1, and then the new game would come along, and it was like Frostbite 2. And you knew that the engine was going to be like a huge upgrade. And of course, in the really olden days, they had, the Refractor engine for like BF2 and whatnot. And now they've stopped calling the Frostbite engine these different iterations. It's just called the Frostbite engine. And, like, for sure, it gets some upgrades, right? It's not just the same engine. But, it's difficult to know exactly how much of an upgrade. No, I got the other guy. So yes, just based on like looking at it without them giving us any information, it does look a bit Battlefield 2042-E. But, you know, in saying that, I think a lot of us just, anything that reminds us of this game, we don't want, right? Anything that reminds us of Battlefield 2042 at all, we run a mile. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it was all bad. Like, there were certainly big problems with the engine. You know, the mouse input was, well, still is an issue. If that's presumably like an engine level thing, then, like, that's not good. You know, if that's going to carry on into the next game, for example.
Their attacks are growing weaker.
So, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's, like I say, it's going to be something we all just need to get our hands on and play it and judge it from that. So, yes, whilst leaks do look good, I would definitely say play it first. Have a go, and then see. I think we got the opportunity to do that somewhat with Battlefield 2042, right? The beta came out, but what everybody said there and what everybody coped with is that, oh, they were like, this build's 2 months old. It's going to be fine, like, once the game releases. And then, of course, it wasn't fine at all. So just remember that. Like, if a beta comes out, if a playtest comes out and you don't like it, just don't get the game. Don't buy the game, right? Like, the proof is in the pudding, and if the beta's a marketing part of the game, then you got to judge it based on that. Hello, Mr. Zing. Welcome, welcome. I feel like I've gotten sniped in this game mode a couple of times where it hasn't been headshots, and I've just died. So now I'm like, is this one-shot snipes? Like, earlier I was saying, maybe it's, you know, more, like, higher damage? Who knows? Oh, dude, didn't see him at all. I look very chill to be at 30 degrees now in the UK. Ah, well, lucky for me, I'm not in the UK, man. I'm in Iceland. And here in Iceland, it is... It's like 11, man. 11 degrees. So it's yeah, it literally is chill. Endlessly sunny, though. Like, Iceland is so sort of high up in the northern hemisphere that you don't really get a lot of darkness during the summertime, and it's pretty much at the peak of that now. It's actually just started to get slightly darker day by day now, but only a few days ago, so we're pretty much at that time of the year where it'll be as light as possible. No! Yes. 1 HP, dude. I feel like the AAK is failing me. It's failing me a lot. Either that or I'm failing it. maybe it's the other way around. This is the problem with this magazine size, right? Is like every time you get a kill, you feel like you have to reload it. Because if you don't, you won't really have the rounds to get a second kill. Unless you're extremely accurate, which clearly I'm not. So then, in a game mode with so many players in the team, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? In a way. What's the fastest internet speed we have up here? Like a 10 gigabyte line I could get if I wanted. There's no reason to have more than 1 gigabyte though, so I just have that. I did have the 2.5 for a very short period, and then I realized that whilst I was getting like 2.5 gigs in, the router could only output a maximum of 1,000 megabytes to each PC. So instead of me being able to get like 2,500 megs on this PC, it would be like 1,000 to my PC, and then it could throw out 1,000 to my wife's PC as well. And to be honest with you, I thought it was just a waste of money. I think for playing games and just uploading to YouTube and streaming stuff, you really don't need anything faster than 1 gig. But I don't know. If you're like some huge data guy, then perhaps it's useful. So it's burning hot now in London, is it? You played in the alpha, and it actually plays pretty good. UI has its issues with zooming and menu interaction. Yeah, I think UI is always a thing they do last, really. If they're iterating on the game there, you know, UI is probably not something they're going to be focusing on. I suppose if you think about it, you can always change that, right? Like, changing the UI is not going to really affect, like, the gameplay that much, so it's not like you have to sort of get all your ducks in a line first. That can be just done whenever. I do hope we get all of the UI options, though, which we didn't get in 2042. The so-called legacy features, guys. You remember those? The legacy features? Alright, it's attacking time. Holy jeez. Okay. incendiaried. We'll try this attacking one, and if this doesn't work out, I think I'm going to be going back to good old 64 player. Because this is bananas. I think it also has faster run speed in here. Was it faster throw speed as well? Like, you can throw nades faster. So, essentially, you're going to be able to spam nades quicker. Which I'm not sure is a good thing. In fact, I'm certain it's not a good thing. Wow, dude, thanks for the block. Oh, there's a sniper there. Oh, lordy. Come on! Let me peek! Oh my god. There's just a rock that below my leg there. It just won't let me.
God damn it, gotta reload! Grenade out!
Yep. Kind of stuck between rock and a hard place there in that one. You really need an LMG in that situation, don't you? Let's see. Did anyone go spawn beacon? No. That would have been actually pretty nice. Let's get on the other side of this again. Try that route again. Okay, they may be onto us.
Our resources and troop strength are down.
Okay, so we've got some squaddies moving up. No! 86. Okay, that was close. Come on, somebody get him. Please. We do have a medic here. Come on, Falk. No, damn, dude. It was close. June boom my left toe, indeed. What else can you say, Moose? You only play 128, more action, more destruction. There is that aspect to it, yes, but I do think a lot of the maps just get completely thrown out of balance. You know, like, it's really hard in Battlefield. One of the most difficult things with the balance of the game is to hold the balance around all, not just the size of the maps, like how many players are on each map, but the game modes. Like, if they would just say, okay, here's a new map. This map is for this size of game, it's for this specific game mode, like it's for Rush only, and it's only for 32 players, and we're going to design this map around that, and nothing else. That's all it's played for. Do you know how much of a better map it would be? It would be so much better, dude. But of course, they have to try and utilize the, you know, the man hours to use it for everything. Which, you know, oh, I'm in mid reload, dude. Which is fair enough, but I think if we add more things to the game, like the more player sizes, as soon as they went in this game, like, okay, we've got to do 64 for every map, we've got to do 128 for every map, and multiple game modes like TDM, you know, Breakthrough, Rush, Conquest, all the rest of it, it just becomes so complicated, and it feels like in each situation, the map is watered down, and it's just sort of worse. Like, they had to redo every single map in this game, because they just weren't ready for 128 players at all. It was terrible. It was. Yeah, exactly. Well said, whoever said that. Well-timed meme there. Oh god. Thought I was covered by the smoke. Guess not. Here goes nothing. Yeah, again, small magazine, not doing it for me. I should probably just change it. I think we'll try going the right side here. I think that might be... Or do we want to go left side? Can we get around left side? Can we get maybe... Let's try going, like, up the mountains here. Oh, I'd love a pond hawk, actually. Spawning this guy. I'm not sure where the least resistance is. Oh, there's a lot of snipers up on here, actually. We can, like, smoke that direction. And sort of over there. Oh, there's a guy just in the grass there. Snake in the grass, quite literally. Wait, actually. There's a guy on a Crawford. He's dead. Good, good, good. Oh, there's so many on the left. Totally open here. No. Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. Don't worry about me. I've gone. Oh. Had to come and get me, didn't he? Hello, Squiggly Squid. I think 128 players could be epic, but I definitely has to be executed right. Not with massive maps that have no cover and overpowered vehicles. Yeah, I mean, I think from this game, they've kind of maybe screwed themselves over with that. Because maybe you're right, Moose. Maybe in the right situation, given the time, it could have been good. But of course, they didn't have enough time to even do this game well with 64 players. Never mind 128. And this was the result. We had these huge open maps. That being said, though, they have said in the past, I think it was like back in BF3 days that, I think, was it Patrick Sutherland? He said they'd experimented with numbers beyond 64 players, like 96 and whatever, and it just didn't work. That was the conclusions they came to, is that it just didn't work. Now, maybe that was because of technical restraints. Maybe it was, you know, low FPS and that, and technology's moved on. So yeah, maybe it could work now. But again, it's kind of one of those things that they ruin for themselves, because anytime they mention 128 players again, do you know what people are going to say? Hey, remember Battlefield 2042 and how terrible that game was? That's not a good idea, guys. It's a bad idea. Mr. Pro
Don't be
Pilot,
sad.
thanks so much,
This
dude.
is just how it works out sometimes.
Oh, thank you, Angel, for those words of wisdom. Thank you, Pro Pilot. Appreciate the 5 there, man. So, we've got, like, a couple of guys here kind of holding down the fort on the front lines. Well, I say a couple. It's more like 30 guys. There's not really anybody smoking or pushing up, though.
Nice work, everyone. Target down.
Come on, somebody's got to have some smokes, except for me, guys. Oh, I'm just trying to get an inch of ground here, and it's bloody impossible, isn't it? It was interesting to see Rush, though. I don't know if everybody's been keeping up with the leaks here. I'm sure some of you have, but it was very interesting to see Rush in Battlefield Labs. I hope Rush is going to be a bigger game mode, because I feel like ever since Breakthrough came along, it's sort of replaced Rush. And for me, Rush was better. I've always thought Rush is just a cooler mode with like an actual objective to fight over, rather than just an area to say. It's just kind of like Conquest, you know? Breakthrough is, I mean. But I feel like in BF3, Rush was fantastic, and then it sort of went and slipped downhill from there. Like Battlefield 4, it was kind of like meh. And then I kind of quit Battlefield for a while there, so I don't... Is Rush even in BF1? I don't think it is. It got replaced by Breakthrough, right? Or, Operations, was it? So yeah, hopefully they're going to bring it back and restore it to its former glory. We'll never see grand operations again. I don't know why that is though, because a lot of people seem to love that mode. Where Battlefield 6? That's the question we're all asking. Where is the trailer, DICE? Give.
Looks like the wait's over.
Yeah, I completely agree there, ProPilot, with the jet mechanics not being good enough. Like, from the look of it, they just seem... It looks to me like Battlefield 2042, and that's one of the things when people say, oh, the game looks like 2042 to me. That's what I also feel like when I look at the aircraft. They need a lot of work, and if you ask my opinion, it's simple. You just need to look at Battlefield 4. You look at that game, and you say, this game had the best flight model. So let's just copy that game. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's play it safe, just like they're doing with a lot of other things in the game. Let's just go back to the good old days of fantastic flight models and mechanics for jets and helicopters. But they've not done that, obviously. You can tell they haven't done that. So why haven't they done it is the question. Are they stupid? No, of course they're not. But they just... If they would have wanted to do that, they would have done that. And so there's a reason there. There's a reason they haven't done it. And I think, personally, it's probably because they've looked at the stats and they figured out that there were so few people who flew jets in BF4 precisely because they were difficult to pilot and you kind of needed, like, to look at tutorials to do it, that they don't want to implement that same model because the ceiling is too high and the floor is also too high on it. So really what they should do is keep the ceiling in the same place and lower the floor so you can get into it. Because in my opinion, like with BF1 and onwards, they really kind of made a lot of the aircraft easy mode in the game. Like you just pretty much hold W and boost and then you go fast and big turny turn. I think that was really what put me off Battlefield 1, guys. I don't know if a lot of you know, but I used to be primarily a guy who made like jet tutorials. And I guess you could call me a vehicle whore. You could call me a jet whore or a jet sweat or something back in the BF4 days. And so that was kind of like my niche, right, when Battlefield 1 came out. And I tried the jet. I tried the planes. And then I realized in the attack planes that you could just switch to a rear gunner seat, abandon piloting the vehicle, and just win dogfights by gunning somebody down with the rear gunner seat. And as soon as I saw that, I lost all interest in Battlefield for 4 years. I was just like, what have you done? What have you done with my beloved jets? This is just not it. And I kind of just lost interest in the game because of that. And luckily, this time around, I found interest other than, you know, just jets, but... I don't know. In my opinion, it was a step back.
God damn it, gotta reload!
You're a long way from surrender. Come there, wounded. Alpha 1 is secure.
Enemy soldier!
Man, they're really having a hard time pushing in. You can tell just how longer it takes to push in here compared to in 64 player. Maybe I should be sniping. Am I missing out here, guys? Let's do something risky.
Target down! Target down!
Oh, I'm out of rounds. I need ammo. That'll do. This thing gives you like full ammo almost, doesn't it?
Watch out, grenade! Got one!
Oh boy. Wow, that was a late.
Reloading now!
Oh no! Oh, I couldn't find them, man. They were pushing us too hard there. That's sometimes how you got to do it, though. You just all got to run at once, haven't you? Hello, Robbie. Hello, I'm good, dude. How are you?
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Yeah, there won't be any browser. We've seen too many references in data mining and stuff for matchmaking and, you know, various balancing attributes and criteria and whatnot. So, like, that wouldn't be in there if there was no matchmaking. Although, you know, I will say there was matchmaking technically in Battlefield 4 and beyond, right? You're telling me that bullets would not go through that thing? I know, guys. Realism in Battlefield, right? Is that even a thing? But sometimes, when I play games like this, my brain tells me that this should work, and then it doesn't work, and I'm like, oh, disappointed. That's a good point, actually, with BF6. With all the destruction that's in there, how much, like, bullet penetration are we gonna get?
Took one out! Oh, fuck!
Okay, we gotta smoke the crap out of this and just get on there. Because we're gonna lose it otherwise. Okay, there's a fair few more guys there than I first thought. Mostly playing Battlefield for the infantry combat, you get your fair share of flying from DCS. Yeah, those are totally different ends of the spectrum there. For me, DCS is a little bit too realistic. I did try that game, but it was oof, that was jumping in the deep end for me.
Draw this battle out. Hold this sector as long as you can. You must return to the combat
I actually
area.
can't. Wait. Weird, I couldn't go prone on there for some reason.
Enemy soldiers there! West!
I don't know. I mean, I don't want the jets or anything in Battlefield to be like super realistic. I just want there to be a fun skill ceiling. You know, I just think the fact that I pretty much built like the start of this channel up on just making tutorials about how to fly jets, which is just one small part of Battlefield 4, says a lot about the game. You know, that like the game just had that much depth. It had that much replayability. You could sink that many hours into it and still be a total noob at infantry, helicopters, tanking, all the rest of it. You could never really be a true master at Battlefield 4, because if you go and watch any good player, they're only usually really good at one thing, maybe two things, but they're not like a god at everything. And that's what I liked about it. Battlefield 2042 is just kind of... It's just kind of easy. I don't know, like... Don't get me wrong, like, you need some skill in vehicles, but, like, learning to fly helis in this game, or jets, or just play infantry, or anything, really, compared to previous games, just kind of like... I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say here? I can't really articulate it very well, apparently, but, yeah. And, you know, I'm not saying I want, like, the game to be for gods or something like that. I want it to be casual as well, right? I want it to be approachable for everybody. And that skill floor is low, so you can get in there. Oh, that guy got concealed by the smoke.
Enemy vehicle! Northwest!
Ah, yep.
I need help!
Thank you, sir. Let's try and get this guy.
I'm reloading! I'm reloading! Hold on!
If we can continue to hold off the Russian attack, we may have them.
I think, maybe their approach these days is instead of, like, giving the players more hours via a learning curve and more depth to the game, now it's just kind of about content. It's, instead of the swimming pool getting deeper, it's just getting wider. You know, like, that's what people complain about now. They're like, oh, there's no content in the game. Content in previous games used to be you, like, trying to get good at the game. Like, the game was just the game. And, you know, you just played it more and more. But now, that's not the content anymore. The content is just, like, a new map. And it's just, I don't know. Kind of rambling here, but... I thank live service for that anyway.
Russia's coming in fast. Hold the sector. Defend the objectives.
Did they remove the bright red glow sticks that the enemies carry, or am I just playing it? No, I don't think they did remove them. They're actually still on enemies. Funnily enough, Delta Force, of all games, are actually doing something that is better than Battlefield 2042 that they've just announced for the next season. And because of they've, of course, got, like, operators in their game, which is, like, specialists, and I have the same problems in that game. I can't tell friend from foe. They have two versions. So imagine McKay down here with his little portrait. The enemy version has a handkerchief over his mouth, and his clothes, instead of being a sort of reddish color or like a bluish color. So you can actually differentiate a little bit better. I haven't played it and tried it yet, but I've just seen a short video from them. But it looks like that's how it's going to work out. Wow, I really just went down a zipline into fire.
Nice work, everyone.
That is something else that remains to be seen as well. What are the cosmetics going to look like in the game? Like, what is the plan? Because we've seen some stuff, right? It looks like they're going back to basic soldiers, but I don't think we've seen everything yet, guys. We don't really know what they're planning. That's just what they've got in labs at the moment for testing. One thing is for sure, they're not testing cosmetics in a situation like that. So I'm like, are they just going to come and surprise us?
Took one out! Reloading, hold on!
I sure hope not. Oh, we won.
Retreating. Good work.
GG's.
You've proven yourself to me today, notepads.
Yeah, telling you, I think this is definitely a bit defender-sided, guys. All right, let's hop into some conquest here. How was the CPU performance? As heavy as on the CPU as 2042? I don't know. I mean, I guess any Battlefield game is heavy on CPU because when you have so many players running around, you know, that's what has to do a lot of these calculations and stuff from the server that's coming in. So it's a lot of data that it's you know, got to be computing there. But that being said, this game is 128 players, so I don't know, maybe it's less CPU heavy. Oh, you watched that video? Yeah, that Delta Force vid of them ripping the animations from COD is like really old. It's true though, that's what they did. They basically used them as placeholder in all of their promotional material. And then, once the game released, they had new animations, I think. But still, pretty shady business practices from them. I'm also 100% sure that the player number is not accurate on Steam for that game because it's been breaking. It's like the all-time peak with the 24-hour peak. So that is normally unheard of, that you continually break the all-time peak of your game. Like, unless you've had some, like, major, huge content patch that just released, you've overhauled the game. Like No Man's Sky or something like that. Or the Cyberpunk revamp or whatever. Unless that kind of situation has happened, those numbers have got to be fake, man. I just don't buy it. Ahoy, Mr. Hessel. How are we doing today? Oh, look at that. There's a Nightbird just waiting for me. I'm feeling good, Robbie. Good, man. Yeah. New month indeed. New month, another month of waiting. I went over this at the beginning of the stream, but I think it looks like we're going to be getting...
Hostile helicopter, 150 meters away.
probably towards the end of July, an announcement or a reveal, maybe. So a bit of a bummer, because that means an entire July of waiting, but... I don't know, it's not too bad. If it means we're getting a better Battlefield game, then I say, let's do it. Let's try and help these guys take A1. Is that our jet? That is our jet. Very nice. We do have a guy on the cap there. Okay, we've got an NG. One NG boy to take out. I don't think there's any helicopters we need to worry about here. What did we kill? A jet's gone down, a heli's gone down. Here come the lock-ons. I think that lock-on came from the rooftop. Oh, there's a bunch of them now. Where did they all come from? One guy hiding down there. That guy dead. Whoa! Your friend almost got me. Okay. We got A1. Nice job, boys. We're about to kind of, like, losing this game pretty badly here. That is a railgun tank. So we definitely want to take that guy out if we can. Okay, let's give this tank a hand. Okay, never mind. He took out the tank. Good job. There's 10,000 engineers down there on that flag right now. So we cannot go in there without flares. The trailer will likely come with pre-order ability. I don't know. That would be a bold move. I'm not sure we're going to get like a trailer. It might just be, hey guys, here's a little sneak peek. And here's the big reveal. There's going to be some sort of an event, guys. For sure. That is extremely rude, sir. Oh boy, there's a heli in our faces. Oh, we're getting locked. Oh, it's the jet. Jet's going after me, dude. I'm disabled. I can't maneuver. Trying to make some evasive maneuvers though. Stop this guy from shooting me. Okay. Are we back? We're back.
Back, back, back!
Oh, he's...
Marking enemy helo!
Oh, he
Stop!
messed up. Oh, okay, we survived that. Nice. Yeah, I think what we'll have is a short little reveal. There's going to be a big event in a week from now. Tune in. We'll tell you everything about the new game, etc. Something like that. Alright, we're clawing it back, guys. We got a couple of flags. I think there's a ton of guys up on A1 at the moment. Where are you going? We need to help out. Okay, maybe not. They're all inside A1 at the bottom flag there. What even hit me then? I didn't get any notification of a hit. Oh, jeez, what was that? A wildcat? Oh, he was right there. Didn't see that guy at all. Alright, no worries. Let's just go in the A flag and help out there. Hello, Jimmy. Welcome. How are we doing up here? Losing this?
Regroup at this position.
Oh. Yeah, we gotta get down inside. Into the belly of the beastie. Okay. So... Oh, there's so many of them there. Not the best approach. Go for it, Robbie. Tell me your question. It's weird. Okay. I'm open. I'm all ears. Yeah, cheers, Jim. That was a pretty good duel there. Why I've gone around the wrong direction, guys. My bad. I've gone around the back of the building here. In fact, let's come off this side. Let's go down here, maybe.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Enemy soldiers marked. 40 meters from my position.
Location revealed. That's not what we want.
Grenade out. Tango down.
Oh, holy moly, 1 HP.
Ah, fuck. Reloading.
Control more sectors than us. Move to counterattack.
There's nobody on the flag though now all of a sudden.
Our enemies just took Sector Bravo. Lockdown Alpha 2.
Hey, come pick me up.
Oh. That was pretty cinematic. Now, that is something that is going to look epic in the next Battlefield game. Those sorts of moments, I cannot wait for that.
Hostile tank.
Okay, how do we...
Requesting transport
Want
deployment.
to go pond hawk here? Let's go. I'm gonna go for C1, I think. Or no, let's go for this one.
Enemy soldier, mark! Man down, friendly!
Oh, okay. A right over there. I had you, dude. Oh. Sneaky sniper. Straight into the Crawford turret. What is Crawford doing there? Was he just like thrusting his pelvic region at me? What was that? Is that like the new teabag guys? Too old. I need to. I can't keep up with the new stuff. That's going to be like a new emote in the next game. Should be here. Xbox event June 2025. Battlefield 6 up trip. Dude, what are you even trying to say, Robbie? I don't understand, man. It looks like you just wrote down a combination of words that don't mean anything. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I think Jimmy's right there. They're going to have their own event. It's not going to be at any certain event. It could be at Gamescom. It could be. If it goes all July, there's no event, maybe then, yeah, I'd say it's starting to look like it's going to be Gamescom, but I honestly think it will be sometime in July, towards the end of July. And we'll just get an EA only event. And apparently, you know, according to this leak, it sounds like they're going to have an event in LA. Which would be interesting. I don't think they've had a live event for the longest time, like since, well, before COVID, really.
Hold on! Need ammo!
Alright, GG's. Good game.
You've heard your rep today, no pants.
You think the trailer was postponed at short notice due to a rather surprising US attack on Iran? I don't think so. I don't think they care. Sad as it is, I don't think they worry too much about that. And I have to say, if it was another country, maybe they would care, which is also sad to say. But one time I do remember that they changed something in the game was there was a Boris skin. There was something to do with Ukraine and Russia. And there was like a Boris skin in the game, and it had something to do with Russia. It's really hard to remember now, but that skin was removed from Battlefield 2042 because they didn't want to be appearing to align with Russia politically, you know. I don't think any of the players, really, that it was even on their radar or that they cared, but obviously EA have to protect themselves on that front. What makes me like Battlefield more than Armor? But in truth, I've never really played Armor, Ride the Book. You know, I'm not against Armor. I actually have Armor Reforger. I've yet to jump in, but it's just it's a steep learning curve, isn't it? So it requires a lot of time, and I'm not sure I have the time to dedicate to it. But no, I don't know. I just kind of, to be truthful, like, I don't really like Battlefield more than I like a lot of games. I'm like a gamer who plays a ton of games, RPGs, you know, real-time strategy. I just like games. This just sort of happens to be the one I started to make content on, and so I've grown this niche around it. But believe me, if it would work out with the YouTube algorithm that I could make videos on whatever game I wanted, I would definitely make videos on other games as well, but that's just not really how it works out. People follow you for one game, and then that's, you know, what they want to see, understandably, so. I do have a second YouTube channel, though, where I cover RTS games, for anybody interested in that. There's a link down below. And that's more like a, you know, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Sort of an outlet for my other creative energies or something, you know.
We have occupied an objective. We control Charlie sector. Hostiles engaged. We control Charlie sectors on the battlefield.
Marking enemy tank. Around 60 meters from my position.
I see. Bradley. You do not want to screw with him. You're guilty of that, Jim, just watching Battlefield content? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? The way I look at it with YouTube is that if you make content that's about the content, which I do, right? You guys, and most people come to my channel because they want information, they want the news, they want, you know, even if it's me just giving my own rhetoric or analytical thoughts on something, they still want to hear about Battlefield. Whereas if you can be a creator where people follow because you yourself are the product, think like PewDiePie, right? People don't really care what he's doing. They like watching him as a person. I'm not saying like nobody likes watching me either, but you're primarily here for the type of content, right? It's not my amazing good looks, incredible as they are, that brought you here. It's it's Battlefield that brought you here. So that's kind of the way I distinguish it. Some people, you know, I don't know, they've got some special sauce, they've got some charisma or something that you need to be like a huge variety streamer. And others don't. That's what I've learned. Those are my experiences anyway. And my person is questionable? Is that right? We got a huge NATO coming in, dude. I'm going down. I'm going for B1. Oh, cheers, Jim. I appreciate that. I mean, I know this because I'm also a connoisseur of videos, right? I don't just create videos. I watch other people, too. And for me, it's the same. I'll start following somebody because they make a certain kind of content that I enjoy. And yes, I may like to... I may grow to like their personality, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this person has a very nice, relaxing voice, or they're just nice to listen to. Like, I enjoy what they have to say. But then if they upload something that's completely... Like, if they'd upload My Little Pony all of a sudden, am I that big of a fan that I'm going to watch that? Probably not, most of the time, you know? So, like, I totally understand it as well. I think the old saying is... oh my god. I've gotten whisked into the tornado, guys. Where are we going to...
Max 1389 Pain has been subbed for 0 months. They wanted to say this drug are detected.
Thank you so much, Max. Appreciate it, dude. Good to see that's working. See, I've tried something for you, Max. I know I got rid of the channel point rewards, but I'm testing things, dude. I may have found a way to re-implement them without bogging down my system with unnecessary resource hogs.
Our forces are assaulting Alpha 1. All the operations are promising. The holding objectives.
Good day, Lord Matthias. How are you doing, sir? Okay, we do not want to go near that wildcat.
One down! Woo!
Yeah, the old adage that I heard about content creation is the golden rule is like new audience, new channel. Like, if you've got some content you want to make, if it fits your audience, go for it. If it doesn't fit your audience and you don't think they'd be interested in it, don't bother. Or make a separate channel. So, in my case, I was that sort of interested in making RTS content that I made a second channel for it, but that is one of the things I struggle with. Sometimes I'll have a video or that I want to make about a game, and I have a lot to say about it, and I want YouTube to be my outlet, but I know nobody will watch it. The audience isn't there for it, and so I just don't bother. I have to keep those thoughts inside. Nobody will ever hear them. Which, you know, coincidentally, I find that to be a difficult thing in life. Like, when you're having conversations, do you guys ever find yourself in a situation where you have some input in a conversation, but you never find the window to get in there, and then naturally the conversation moves on, and you will now never get the chance to say what you wanted to say, because if you do, it's kind of weird, because we're not talking about that anymore, we've moved on now, and that little opinion will forever be in your little heart. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me who thinks that way, but I kind of feel like, damn, like, you know, I wanted to say this thing, and I've been thinking about saying it for like a minute, and I didn't get the chance, and now the moment has passed, and bummer. That's the same feeling I get when a game comes out and I want to make a video, and then I don't get to. It's not a big deal or anything, you know. It is what it is. Well, those are some fantastic shots. I feel like nothing has happened this game. Like, I've got 5-1. The score's not bad, but I don't know. There's Oh no! No! Oh, embarrassing, dude. So embarrassing. I should have had that guy not once but twice. Oh, I got bamboozled by the dolphin dive, man. Not even a dolphin dive. Oh well, fair play. I stopped prematurely. Does that ever happen to you guys? Well, it happens to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's a strange game. It feels like I'm going on flights here and capping them. There's just nobody here. I'm just like running around and... Let's see if we can get a pond hawk in. FYI, the RTS channel link in the YouTube description is broken. Oh, is it really? Okay, I'll have to fix that after this stream then, mate. Thank you for alerting to me that, dude. Alerting me to that, rather. Don't even try it, son. Oh, railgun tank there. I see you. I saw you, man. Is this thing doing a good job of blocking the stairs? Can we, like, block the stairs a bit better so nobody can come up? Okay, I guess they kind of... Oh, wait! Wait. Ah, there we go. No! Hey! What the hell? Hello? Dice? Physics? Do you know what those are? EA has a history of retiring franchises when they underperform. With BF6 coming out, if it flops, do you think they'll give it up on the series like they did Warfighter? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think they could. I think a lot of people thought 2042 was the last chance, but this really has to be the last chance. You know, that being said, I don't know really what they expect from a big blockbuster game like Battlefield. How many players is acceptable? How much revenue is acceptable? How much are they even making from the store? Like, all we can see is how many players this game has on Steam. But when it comes to console, you know, when it comes to the EA app, when it comes to revenue from the store, we really don't know. Like, maybe it's been worth it for them. Who knows? I doubt it. But where is the cutoff point? I really couldn't tell you. So, like, what is success? Is it 100,000 players? Is it 200,000 players? You know, is it... what do they need to keep the dream alive? Like, what sort of player base do they want to retain? That I think is harder to ascertain. Take the finals. I think the finals average around 20 to 30,000 concurrents most of the time, and from what I hear, they're pretty happy with that. And that's a free-to-play game, so you know, no, the finals isn't as big a game as Battlefield. I'm sure that EA expect more. But then they've also got to make a better game then. So I don't think it will be that bad. Like, let's face it, what can be worse than Battlefield 2042? I shudder to think.
Started making it. Had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
Sounds a lot like Battlefield 2042. Thank you, Snow Degan, for the follow. Appreciate that. And anybody else, if I've missed some follows, I may have.
Never mind.
The one series that I'm most annoyed about EA canning is Command and Conquer. Now that was a franchise right there, man. Can I get up there with this thing? Ah, it's just no chance. Holy moly. A helicopter's, well, gunning for me, quite literally. Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you for watching my content, guys. I mean, yeah, like... Sometimes, you know, I wake up, I still can't believe that people actually watch videos that I make. I'm like, what? So, really appreciate everybody who does watch the content. Means a lot. And like I was talking about earlier, you know, having an outlet for things that you're passionate about. Like, my wife games, my son games, but neither of them play Battlefield. Neither of them really play the games I play. So, yes, I can talk to them about gaming in general, but not really about the games I play. And same with, you know, people from work. There's no real gamers who work with me. So, you guys are like the only people that I have to talk to about my main passion in life. And I appreciate it. I appreciate having you guys here. See if we can get the ship back here. I would not be surprised, Jim, if it was a March release. You know, like I said earlier, I think with the reveal likely looking like it'll be in July, it could swing either way. It could still be a release in October or November, but it could just as likely be a release next year. I think if the release or the reveal goes any later than July, then I would probably say, we're probably looking at next year, guys. But I think they could certainly do July reveal and then November release. At this point, I've waited 4 years. Oh, that guy must not feel great right now. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I've waited 4 years. This game's been out for 4 years. Can you believe that? It came out in 2021. And somehow, we've all managed to kind of keep playing it, and I've managed to keep blabbering on YouTube about it. Despite it not being the best time. Like, there was a time when this game released, directly after it released, where 90% of the comments were from people who didn't play the game. They just came to my video so they could shit on the game. And I'm laughing. It's not really funny, though. But that was where the audience was, and I was like, dude, you know, scratching my head thinking, how am I going to make content about this game? Because most of the people watching my videos, they're not even playing the game. They're just here to laugh at the game and maybe have a little shred of hope that it's going to improve in the future. So all of my normal content that I would make, like, you know, vehicle tutorials, things of that nature, that kind of went out the window because I knew there was nobody there to watch it. It wasn't until the game actually saw some improvement that that was possible. This is not the right time of year. Thank you, Lud, for the resub, dude. Appreciate that, man. I don't know why. I tried to set it up so when people resub, it does like a text-to-speech thing, but for some reason, it was only an option for like subs, gifted subs, but not resubs, which is odd. But I'll have to look into that in the future.
No excuses. Back to it.
Oh no! No! I better get revived now from one of you guys. Please don't abandon me and jump down into the crack. They've abandoned me and jumped down, haven't they? Save their own skins. I don't know. I scratch your back, you stab a knife in mine. As Arnold J. Rimmer once said. Anybody, any Red Dwarf fans in the chat? I'm guessing most of you will have no idea what Red Dwarf is. It's not the star. Lud, if you don't know what Red Dwarf is, I'm going to be disappointed, mate. Oh boy. Okay, sorry, I won't go in your crane again, Mr. Sniper. That was my fault entirely. Too right, it was the goat, man. Attaboy. You didn't let me down.
Man down. Friendly down.
I've actually still yet to watch, I think it's season 10. Like the new ones they made. Is he gonna peek it again? Oh! Sneaky, sneaky. He peeked it from all the way over there. COD also announced one of its games in August and released it at the end of October.
Forus has been subbed for 21 months.
Damn.
They wanted to say this. Soup! Getting closer to 2 years.
Thank you, Forus. According to Gordon Ramsay, at least. It sounded like Gordon Ramsay as well. Am I spot on, guys?
One down. Woo! I'm reloading. Hold on.
We are about to attack Charlie 1. We have control of Charlie sector.
Those guys.
We have superiority.
Those poor guys.
Tango down. Tango down.
Smeeg. Pete. Oh, you're bringing me back memories now, Mark. I got to do all the series again. See, that was something I used to watch with my brother, and he's over in the UK, and I'm here. So unfortunately, like, I've tried to get my family into it, and they just don't. They just don't understand, you know. I mean, the kids are raised here in Iceland, and God knows I've tried to impart my amazing British humor on them. But, you know, you show them it, it's just a thing of its time, I think. They just don't get it. So maybe I'll just have it. I'll just have it for me. I have been mighty fine, Forrest. How have you been, sir?
Took one out.
Good old Ace. What the? Oh my god, the attack heli's up there. Okay, I see it now. Life's a bit rough at the moment, but you get through it. Oh, that sucks to hear, dude. But yeah, man, I'm sure you will. I believe in you, Forrest. Oh, terrible. Wait, can I get a revive? There is, oh, he's all the way over there. That's not happening. Did I hear the leak about a possible event at the end of July, Ghost? EA earnings call? Yeah, I was just covering that at the beginning of the stream, in fact. And that's why now, like in my video yesterday, I also mentioned it, but I sort of said it could be, you know, a load of toff, really. It could be untrue. But now I've noticed, or remembered really, that there's an EA earnings call right before then, or possibly after then, depending on when it actually turns out the reveal will be. So that would be the perfect timing for it. That being said, I don't think it's 100% a given. Like, I've looked up this guy. So this guy who was supposedly invited to this event in LA, he is a TikTok creator. And he's only got, like, 6,000 followers, which, like, in TikTok standards, that's really not a lot. It's maybe not even, like, 1,000 subs on YouTube. And that's not to take anything away from the guy, or anything like that, but I just find it hard to believe that EA would invite somebody to LA, you know, with such a small following. I'll tell you one thing, they certainly haven't invited me to anything, so maybe it's because I'm not on TikTok, maybe it's because I'm not their friend anymore, or maybe it's because there is no event. Who knows? Maybe all three.
We have captured all of Delta Sector.
You just started the kids on Black Anna, Aceman? Oh, nice, dude.
Lift to base, can we transport? Copy, your vehicle is on the way.
Thing is, a lot of jokes from those sitcoms, they were kind of about people who were famous at the time or were embroiled in some sort of controversy. And then you've got to explain, like, oh, who was this person? You're like, oh, this was some guy who was, like, you know, I don't know, being accused of sexual assault or something. And now he's just, you know, faded into obscurity.
We control Alpha Sector.
Some jokes carry over, though. I did let them watch a bit of Faulty Towers, like when they were much younger.
Objective mark, move in.
Keep us informed.
Oh, thanks, Matthias. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's, you know, the YouTube game. It's a slow grind. At least it is for me. But, I'm thankful for every one of yous.
Victory is ours, Snowpats.
Nice. GG's. This was kind of a slow game. It felt like, I I don't know. Every flag was very little fighting. It switched hands instantaneously. There was no back and forth, and then it was like on to the next flag. So probably a lot of running there. If it doesn't happen in July, it's safe to assume the game will be getting pushed. Oh, you mean as in to next year? Yeah, I'd agree. Campaign-wise, I think the humor style of Bad Company would slap today, given how super serious most FPS campaigns are. I agree, and I actually think, like, a slightly more slapstick style, let's call it, to the campaign in Battlefield would fit really well. Because, I don't know, man, the whole militaristic... Oh, look at that, we mastered the armor plates, guys. All those tropes and cliches that go with it, I'm like, you know, it's like, okay... But Battlefield's not a mil sim anyway, so I guess I don't really care about like the campaign, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's at the end of the day, it's something we're all gonna play. It's how long is it gonna be? 5 hours, 10 hours, and then that's it. So of your maybe you play the next game for 1,000 hours, only 10 hours is gonna be the campaign. The other 990 hours are gonna be the other modes. So I'm kind of like campaign, take it or leave it. How come I'm doing such a long stream, but as soon as I'm free to play, you'll be done? I mean, I've only been... Oh, I've actually been going for 1.5 hours. Damn. Time is quick, dude. I don't know. I've been enjoying your guys' company. What can I say? Funny where 1.5 hours is a long stream for me. Most people would consider that a short stream. What kind of movement do I prefer in a Battlefield game? Something like 2042 or a more slower pace like 4 or 3? 4 is debatable. In some ways, 4 is faster than 2042. With all the Vuzu Zuzu stuff. Hey, Loppa. Hello. I mean, I think there has to be a balance. I don't want to see things go back to the way it was in Bad Company, where there was like no strafing, there was no sliding, no sprinting, ADSing took forever, ADS speed was mega slow. I think there has to be a balance. I feel like some mechanics that have come in Battlefield 2042, take this guy for example, McKay, he can bunny hop along the ground with his grappling hook, and just bunny hopping in general. I don't really like that, you know, the fact that you can jump around a corner and still aim with 100% accuracy, really. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like it should be possible, but you should get maybe some major penalties to the accuracy of the weapon, so it actually puts you at a disadvantage. I feel like the movement mechanics in the game should be defensive and not offensive. But, you know, I also don't want it to be, like, super slow. Like a milsim. They've got to find a good middle ground, and for what I've seen of Battlefield 6... I'd say they found it. For me, you know, I think it looks for sure slower than this game. ADS speed looks slower. ADSing itself, I mean ADS strafe speed looks slower, and ADSing itself as well. So I'm happy, but I think a lot of the community, they see a slide, and they don't really consider like, okay, but is that slide going to be useful offensively? Maybe, maybe not. They just see the slide and they instant thumbs down, you know? I agree with Bocky. They need to add more spread to the guns, to laser beamy. Everybody hates the word spread. But they had more of that in Battlefield 4, and one of the skills in the game,
No solo shit out there.
you know, was burst firing your weapons and knowing how many rounds can you get away with, you know, before you have to burst again. And it was different between weapons depending on the rate of fire.
Russian troops are on site, so expect heavy resistance. Get your gear sorted. Transport is waiting.
BF6 looks like this game in terms of recoil and whatnot. I think we have seen some players who are just not good at the game, and so they haven't been controlling the recoil, but if you're half decent, then yeah. Should be easy. No soldiers dirt drifting with 50 kilos on their back. No, absolutely true, but then again, you know, there's a lot of things we could say are unrealistic in the game. For instance, you know, bombs that attack, you know, jets drop would blow up the entire battlefield pretty much. And guess what? Attack helicopters, they would be hovering kilometers away from the battlefield where they would be literally untouchable. So, is that what we want? Because it's realistic? Probably not, right? It's going to ruin the gameplay. So I say, like, my motto is always, I like realism in Battlefield. Don't get me wrong on that. But if it's going to sacrifice good gameplay, then no. I think we should always put the gameplay before the realistic or the authenticity or whatever. But if we can get both, if we can implement it, it's realistic, and it leads to better gameplay, great. Absolutely fantastic, you know. I'm all for that. Do I bail here, guys? I think we're going to bail, and we're going to go slide down here. No! Almost had him. Yeah, BF4 was peak for sure, man. For me, I mean, I like modern Battlefield games, so it was peak for me. Maybe if you like World War stuff, then I could understand it may have been BF1.
One down! Reloading now!
You know, I don't think there is that much test recoil low, Jonas. Because I've seen good players, like the few leaks we've gotten of actual good players, they just look like laser beams. So I'm almost convinced that all of the leaks we got from people with, you know, PlayStation controllers, the 480p leaks with all the weird colorization, those players just didn't know how to control recoil at all. That could totally be the case. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I was sure I wasn't going to make it across there. He just had too good of a head glitch for me to go for him out in the open, you know? Only one guy on this flag? He's here! Can I not? Who's trying to shoot him? Oh, come on, dude. Let me have my fun.
We have majority control of the sectors.
How did he not hear my footsteps? I was, like, running all around here.
Control. Keep it that way.
I'm not sure you'll find the same enjoyment playing Battlefield 4 these days, because most of the remaining players are absolutely goated at the game. So it's not quite the same experience as I would have had. You don't want to see 150 meters, mouse one, no effort. No, I wouldn't say it's quite that bad. I don't think it's Battlefield 2042 levels of beamy on release. But yeah, for sure, something they need to keep an eye on. These weird squares. You see this? Does anybody else get this? At first, I thought my graphics card was dying, and then I realized it's not dying. It's just Battlefield 2042. Maybe it's Nvidia. Maybe it's the driver. I should have waited for the revive.
We now have Sector Delta.
Oh! Spicy. Spicy little slide there. You know one thing I really don't want to see in the next game, and that is platoons. Platoons? I had so much fun with platoons, man. Like, I had my own platoon in BF4, and, you know, you could see what servers people were on, and just kind of hop in, even though you weren't friends with them. It was a blast. You had your own little, like, forum area where you could post messages, and people could, like, react to the messages, and it was sort of like, at least for me, as, like, a content creator, it was like a Discord, but before Discord, and obviously without the voice chat and stuff, but it was like a little forum, you know, it was fun. It was nice. Do we want to wait for a vehicle? I think we should. I feel like we need some more Nightbird action, guys. What would a game of Battlefield 2042 be without some sweaty Nightbirding? You thought it was my card, Cookie? Same, Bocky. Especially because I got a 5090. And I don't know if you guys have heard about 5090s literally going on fire. So I was like, oh no. What is happening? Yeah, I can understand that, Ace1. You jump into it late, you've got no unlocks. This is the experience I'm having with Battlefield 1. Oh, should we take the Draugr? Is that I don't have anything unlocked, and everybody's using this, like, weapon called the SMG-8, and I'm just stuck with, like, the beginner's, you know, crappy loadout or whatever, which is not great. I don't even have premium. So a lot of the time I'll play in a server and then I get kicked out because I don't have premium. I'm like, oh. No premium pleb, man. That's look like a mum. I'm covering my watermarks. What do you mean, Pierre? What watermarks? Oh boy. Well, that'll teach me to be too greedy, won't it? It's been a while. I've apparently been playing too much Nightbird and jets that are way more agile. Oh, that was an interesting smoke. What do I think of Black Vulture's Prey of Greed and Wraithops? I don't think anything about them, because if I'm being honest, Justin, I don't know what any of them are. Are those games? Should those be on my radar? I'm always open to suggestions.
I need a reload!
Whoa! Shotgun? Hell no. Those squares are so off-putting. Like, mega off-putting, dude. I'm here. As long as you don't move, they can't see you guys. That's the trick. Like, look at this! It's like it's, Hold that thought. No, he got me. It's like it's on the same part of the building. Like, as I move the camera, the squares move. Some texture that is... Yeah, I don't know, getting messed up or something. I mean, most of the gameplay we've seen though, T-Man, has been gameplay from the community, right? I mean, if you're looking at the leaks, that is. I guess if you're not looking at those, then yeah, I understand. But you know, all that stuff's real gameplay. I'd say a safe bet is just to wait until you try the game. You know, wait until a beta, whatever it is, and when they're actually selling the game, when it's actually up for pre-order, you know, and you can try it, you got to judge it on what that is. Like, don't do what we did with Battlefield 2042, where everybody said, "Oh, it's, you know, it's an old build. It's gonna be fine." You know, whatever. That guy just got totally squashed. Did you see him? He was going for me then, wasn't he, with that launcher? Oh, unlucky. Yeah, like, whatever build we have to judge on, we have to just judge it on that. Like, if that's what you have to play, and then you have to decide, do I want to buy this game or not? You've got to just think of it as, this is the game. This is the way the game is going to release. Like, don't go, oh, it might be better. So if you're not impressed, then don't buy it. Gotta vote with your wallet. Guy is so not happy with me. No! Is that him again? No, it's another guy. Did you miss much? Only the greatest roadkill to ever save my ass. So I would say yes, man. Oh. No! Oh, I thought I had him easy there. I must have gotten a headshot or two, for sure. The alpha's already better than 2042. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing from everybody. It seems like... I mean, that's why I think it shows promise. Why is there no zipline on this side? Oh, there's too many guys on here. I need backup. Was it clipped? I don't know. There's not too many clippers, to be honest with you, in my Twitch chat most of the time. They only clip when I do stupid stuff to embarrass myself. They don't clip when I do cool shit. Yeah, we'll see how you like this, rooftop campers.
Med supplies located!
If there isn't a locker remaster, I'll be very surprised. Actually, you know what? No! No. I was about to say, I think thermal vision is a bad idea for this objective because I can't see anything. Well, we're 2 for 2, guys. I think we're just going to retire the stealth jet for this game. What I would love is a little bird. That's what I would love. No, there's a third. Yeah, see, somebody clipped that because I failed big time. Of course they did.
Control of Sector Alpha. We don't stop them, they'll take
Move
every
to secure that objective.
Good luck, squad leader. New supply drop ready.
Away we go.
Oh, somebody's got a spawn beacon up there. Nice. See, I keep seeing the squares like moving. I think it's. You see it there? It's like my. No, it's like my optic is cut in half. What the hell is going on? Oh no! Oh, I forgot how bad it was. I'm sorry I had to put you guys through this. This is going to be in the video as well, and I can already see the comments like, Ghost, your graphics card's dying, mate.
Time to turn this battle around, troops. We must claim more sectors.
No! I got bamboozled by the square again. Again. What is up, Zabby? Weather. See, talking of things kids don't understand these days, if I go to my kids and I'm like, weather, they're just like, what are you doing? No education. Yeah, they're multiplying, right, Simon? They have to be. Oh, they're here as well? Okay, so right now my GPU is sitting at a nice cool 52 degrees. Like, it's not even toasty, man.
The enemy has secured Sector Echo.
You think they're hidden watermarks? Yes. But this is actually Battlefield Labs, guys. This is what we're playing right now. It may look like Battlefield 2042. But you'd be wrong. Don't tell DICE.
Friendly on the ground.
92 degrees for you, Orange? Holy smokes, dude. That's pretty hot. I feel like this game recently, this round, it's me like slamming my head against the wall and just like nothing is working. Nah, DICE don't listen to me, Zabby. Most of the time. Sometimes, occasionally they do. I'm actually very curious to know like how many DICE devs watch my videos. I know some of them do for sure. But they probably got like, they probably can't comment and just say what they think on videos the same way most people can, right? Because they're, you know, they're involved with the company.
Ha! Got one.
We are about to attack Charlie 1.
That's kind of funny. Doze are just making a beeline for that guy there.
Their forces are dwindling. Our troops have captured Sector Charlie.
No, you're right, Max. I am. I'm actually Andrew Wilson's secret brother, man. That brother I used to watch Red Dwarf with, it was actually Andrew. Good old Andrew. Me and him, man. Ow. It's been a while since I got blown up by that thing. Okay, can we have a helicopter now? That's all I want. That's all I need is a helicopter. The helicopter's dead, right? Yeah, there's a jet there. We're going to wait for the heli, guys. We're not going to go stealth jet because it's just, like I said, it's not my stealth jet day today. I think I'm the latest driver pro pilot though, as far as I know. I have had very weird things happen with drivers since I got this new monitor though. This monitor is almost like too fast for modern gaming. It's 1440p and it's like 480 hertz. And then I've also got another 1440p monitor that's 144 hertz hooked up to the same GPU and a 4K TV that's 144 hertz. So whenever I have all three of them connected, it's kind of pushing the limits of the bandwidth of what the graphics card can handle in terms of max resolution at those refresh rates. And that has led to a whole host of weird issues with this monitor. Like a lot of the time, I'll change driver and I just get black screens and stuff. Or G-Sync just won't work anymore. So it almost feels like this monitor is like a bit ahead of its time. I think you can easily push 360 hertz these days, but 480 at 1440p is not really. I can't say I recommend it, to be fair. Come on, there we go. There we go. All right, I've got to make this count now. That being said, we've only got like 25 tickets left to go. So count it shall.
Friendly troops securing Delta 1. Sector Delta under Allied control.
I'm just scared about, yeah, exactly that. I mean, already? Already, man. Okay, I'm just not meant to fly this game. It's just not gonna happen, guys. I'm sorry to say. Look at this game though. 3 versus 3. Oh, we're gonna lose! No! Oh, it was so close. GG's. They really brought it back. They lost a lot of the flags at the start of that round, but somehow they've just managed to claw it back, haven't they? Oh, 95 Fahrenheit. Right. You guys measure in freedom units. I forgot that. You're worried about Battlefield 6 map sizes, like they feel rather small compared to other titles, but playing BF1 the other day, I think we're okay. Yeah, I know what you mean, Simon. They do seem pretty small, but I don't think we've seen the largest maps yet. So clearly, Battery and Abbasid, those two maps, you know, those are pretty small. And they're supposed to be small. Capstone, though, is the first map we've seen with... with helicopters and jets on it. So, I guess we're kind of assuming that map's going to be one of the bigger ones. It might not necessarily be one of the biggest maps, though. Right? It could be like a mid-sized map still. It just happens to have helicopters and jets on there. So we're probably going to see, you know, much larger maps. Hello there, Gemisor. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I think the vehicles seem very, very glass cannon-like, which I suppose is an inherent trait of vehicles, right? That's sort of intrinsic to them, but, like, they seem to be insanely powerful. I noticed in the Rush gameplay from the weekend, you know, that, like, I think the secondary gunnersy on the tanks did 49 damage per shot. We're talking 98 damage from 2 shots, like 2 hits. So it was like lightning fast TTK. And from what I've seen from any of the other vehicles, it seems similar. But then the same is true, you know, on the receiving end. So it seems very, very easy to take out tanks, to take out aircraft and whatnot. So I don't know if that's DICE's plan. Maybe they want them to be super glass cannon, but they don't want people to survive in them. So they want to make them, you know, so a little bit more vulnerable and susceptible to being taken out. I don't know why we're playing as Liz here on Redacted, but I'm not hating the PBX. Oh, okay. Too many. We were too slow. Which goes to show why the Hellies and Jets felt like dog ass. Yeah. Because of the same devs? Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, well, I do know that Eddie was... I don't know if he always worked on the vehicles in Battlefield 2042, but I know that recently... he's actually been the guy leading the team behind a lot of the good changes in this game. So when they increased the speed of the tanks, when they made the jets more maneuverable, all that sort of stuff, he's actually been sort of spearheading like that movement. And again, I don't know if he was really the one who designed them from the ground up to begin with, or what. But it looks like he's still working on like Battlefield 2042 stuff. I don't think he's actually involved yet too heavily with Battlefield 6. Truth be told, I don't know who's making the vehicles, but they're not great. They've got a long way to go, I think, from the looks of it. And there is this part of me that worries because, like, half of me says, okay, that's not their focus. Their focus is infantry and map design and stuff like that, which makes sense, I think. Like, surely you want to work on infantry first. But part of me also says, am I just getting strung along here, you know, believing gullibly or naively, I should say, that they're going to change the vehicles and then they just won't. It'll just be rubbish. I think there's a real possibility of that happening. Well, I'm still Liz. I forgot to change role here. You know, I'm almost certain that DICE just don't care about they don't care about vehicles as much as they do infantry. Clearly, right? Like, it's just, it has to be in the game because it's one of the boxes they've got to tick. But outside of that, it's kind of just... I think they would honestly prefer it if they weren't in the game, because it makes their balancing it so much more of a headache for them. That's how I sort of feel. That's like my gut feeling. I don't have any like proof or evidence that that's what they think, but I'm just going on what I've seen, you know, from past games. Why would you just attack me and not finish me off?
What's the status of our forces? Hostiles move fast to seize objectives. We're running behind. Bravo 1 is underway.
Yeah, I shouldn't repeat that again. Okay, now we can switch to medic at least. You remember being a PBX enjoyer when everybody was busy with their PP? Yeah, I don't know. I like both weapons, actually. I do like the PBX, but I really like my PP, man. You know, it just goes on forever. PP never needs reloading. Do you see? I've got more squares. It's the buildings, right? It's the buildings, guys. Look at this. It's there. Like, the square is like here. Oh, there's more squares there. As soon as I go outside... Now I don't see any squares.
Bravo sector secure. Bravo 1 under
So we must become one with the nature. Gotta go touch grass. You think the Battlefield announcement will be in August? Yeah, it's certainly possible.
We're taking significant losses. Delta sector has been seized by hostiles. Hostiles are controlling.
Right. I think we're probably going to see it in July. You know, that would be nice. Man, it's kicking off in here. This box is just absolutely disgusting. No! Oh, I could have got him as well. I thought it was toast there. I can't believe I stayed on the box so long, dude. They must be absolutely hating that head glitch there.
Our troops are advancing on Charlie 1.
See ya, man. Oh! Where did you come from? They can't pander soldier skins to vehicle players. You know what I think? I think if they go with a cosmetic direction that is actually grounded and like realistic, like gritty militaristic stuff, I think they'll be surprised how many people actually buy that and like it. Like, if they appeal to the audience that, to us, instead of, well, children, I don't know, whoever the hell buys COD skins, I think it could work out. I think they could make a lot of money if that's, you know, that's their plan, right? Oh, there was a guy right there. Yo, what's up, Red Time? You hope the pain in the ass is not here. Are you referring to Zabby? Ah. You're in charge of EA for a day and you have free range. What are you getting all the main studios to work on? Oh, what would I want those studios to work on? Well, Titanfall 3, let's start with that. Command and Conquer. I would continue with Battlefield, but, you know, make it a good one. That's it. I'm easy, you know. You just had to get a... Sorry, I was just so distracted by Lud saying that he had to get a hedgehog out of his living room that I got shot by that guy that I clearly heard running behind me. What was a hedgehog doing in your living room? That's so cute, though. I do like hedgehogs. Alright. This time it's... We're in concentration mode, guys.
We're at 50% strength.
This game is actually going pretty well for me, considering it's redacted. Not really my favorite map.
Alpha sector is now under hostile control.
I recently bought the that EA pack. Did you guys see that? They released all the Command & Conquer games in like one pack together. I'd love to replay them all.
Assaulting Bravo 1.
Oh, I kind of need to be on the cap. Oh no, there's so many people here. Oh, it just got me. I did play the original CNC and Red Alert 1 when they brought out the actual remasters, and those were mwah, absolute chef's kiss, man. They were so good. I'd love to see them do more. I'd love to see them remaster Generals. Red Alert 2. I would spend money. Just saying. Like, if they can't make a new good CNC game, just like have the same studio that did the CNC remaster do the old ones. Oh. Wait, what? I got shot from behind? Oh my god, they came up behind us. Oh yeah, 0 hour. Absolute goated dude. You don't know how much of 2042 you can take, Jerry? I mean, how do you think I feel, mate? I've been playing it for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, the "it's been 84 years" meme. That's literally me every day. I have tried to record, like, other Battlefield games, though. It's hard. Because, Battlefield 4... Battlefield 4, the thing is, everybody's just really good at it. And I'm not anymore. And I just find it incredibly frustrating to play. Whereas I can actually be half decent at this game. Battlefield 1, I've tried getting into that. but I don't have anything unlocked for it because I never played it before. So that's a painful experience. Also, there was a sale on recently. I tried to purchase premium for it, but for whatever reason, it seems that premium for Battlefield 1 does not mean all 4 of the expansions? Question mark, so... So yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe I should give BF5 a go, although that's definitely not my favorite game either. All right, guys, we got enough people here. Let's go for a push. Oh my God, somebody kill him. Okay, now we continue. No. No, no, no. Yeah, go on. Oh, there was another guy. Oh, well, there was several other guys. Come on, can they do it? Can one stay alive? Revive, revive, revive. Oh, no. He's leaving us. 4,288 hours. Holy Jesus, Lord. So, question then: how much do you have in, let's say, BF5? Like, is that a standard amount of hours for you for a Battlefield game? Bear in mind that this game's been out longer, right? It's how many years was it between BF5 and 2018? It was doing 3 years. And then, you know, before that, only 2 years. You have most hours in 2042. Wow, that is impressive. Not in a good way.
Take some supplies.
I gotta say, you know, okay, I ran into that one, literally. As much as I do hate on the game, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it anymore. Like, I've just kind of grown to, you know, enjoy it somewhat. It's not my favorite Battlefield game, but it, you know, it's all right. It's a lot better than maybe it's because I've experienced it when it came out, and I've been through all the iterations of it, so I can sort of appreciate that it has improved. Whereas, if you've never played this game and you just come into it, maybe you just kind of go, this is not great. Delta Force release on console soon, so that and hold fast nations at war till BF6. Yeah, see, I thought Delta Force was going to be the thing that would carry us into Battlefield 6, but I feel like it's really lost a lot of its traction with most people. I can understand if you're on console though, of course it's going to be a new experience for you. So that is going to be interesting to see, like when that, I think it's releasing what, 19th of August. Like how many people are going to jump into that? I will be checking out the new season actually fairly soon. I've gotten invited to like an early playtest of the season. I think I'm allowed to say that. Oh well, if I'm not allowed to say it, you didn't know anything, guys. I think I'm actually even going to be able to stream it and stuff, so that should be maybe cool. I don't know. We'll see what's in there. I do think the operations, the new map, for anybody who watched my video the other day, with the breakout, kind of like Shawshank Redemption inspired, that looks kind of cool. So who knows? Maybe I'll even try the extraction mode.
Our casualties are 2 men. Secure victory now. They've captured all of Alpha Sector.
Charlie 1 assault initiated by our troops. This strategy is not working. Hostiles control more sectors than we do.
I've got one! We'll get you moving!
We have control of Charlie Sector.
One down! You're good to go!
The enemy is conquering sectors at a rapid pace. They now hold more than us.
Bravo Sector has been lost to the enemy.
It's being invaded. Tango down!
Secured Alpha Sector.
Oh, GG's.
It is inevitable here, but we can endure this loss.
Well, it's a pretty decent round. Oh, cheers, Justin. Appreciate that, man. Right, boys. I am going to call it here. It's time for dinner, methinks. So, thank you guys, as always, so much for hanging out. It's been fun. I'll try and do some more streams in the future. It's been too fun not to, honestly. So, hopefully we'll have some better news soon. Maybe even a reveal for Battlefield or some sort of a teaser to discuss then. But, you know, otherwise, I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Would I ever play Battlefield 2 from 2005? I have played Battlefield 2. That was my first Battlefield game. All the way back then. I wasn't very serious about it, but I did play it a bit. Wasn't a great jet pilot, but
Ready.
yeah.
Auf geht's.
I'd be up for giving it a look. Why not, Juan? Alright, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you later.